Hey, what's up y'all? Valric here, bringing you another No Man's Sky video. I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks that I've learned over the years playing No Man's Sky, and some of them I've learned quite recently, even though I've been playing No Man's Sky since launch. I'll also be sharing 2 tips that I use all the time, so whether you are new or a No Man's Sky veteran, hopefully you will learn something new or be reminded about something in this video. Before we dive in, if you could do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button, as that will help me and my channel out. Let's get started. First, if you're hunting for ruins and don't want to get a planetary chart, you can land aboard your science frigate, the one with the big circle on the front. And when you land, your science officer will chart a course to ruins for free, allowing you to explore. Next, most of you probably know this part. You can change the size of your terrain manipulator, but what most people don't know is that if you leave your terrain manipulator on the smallest setting, you will get more materials per mine. You can see here that when on the largest setting, I get 2 material, but I make a pretty large hole, destroying a large portion of the mine. But when you set it to small, you receive a slightly smaller amount of resources, but the dent you make is much smaller, allowing you to mine more resources overall. The next one is more of an admiration of cool details in the game, and maybe not so much a tip, and I'll explain why. The detail that I appreciate about the game is trade lines. So when in space and looking at the space station, you can see faint lines going from the space station down to the planets and moons. Following these will lead you to a trading post, and you can even see other ships traveling these lanes to and from the trading post. The reason why I consider this more of a cool detail is the trade lines are fairly hard to see, especially as you get closer to a planet or depending on the background color of the galaxy. So in my opinion, it's much easier to scan for trading posts. But until you get the scanner, this is a useful way to find them, and still a cool detail nonetheless. Most people know you can get 1 exosuit inventory upgrade per system at the space station, but did you know you can also get it per system at the Anomaly as well? This allows 2 inventory upgrades per system, and if you're like me and hoard materials and resources, you will definitely need it. This next tip is something to keep in mind for your upgrades. The game doesn't really explain it well, but remember to group your like modules for a bonus. You can tell they're grouped due to the different border colors around the like modules. If one is separate, it will not get the border color around it. So make sure to group them up together to maximize your output. These next 2 tips are definitely my favorites and the ones I use the most. First is if you're exploring on a world and the sentinels start getting too out of hand, or if you're just over it, hop on your pet and the sentinels won't know how to react. So even though some of the lasers may still hit you and track you, they won't hurt you. This will allow you time to get away or time to just have some fun. And depending on your pet and their animation, the game may do some crazy things, which in my opinion makes it even more fun. This leads me to my next point. Say you're over fighting the sentinels on the world and you just want to fly out into space, but now they're calling in reinforcements, or maybe you accidentally fired on the wrong ship when hunting pirates, or maybe you are the pirate, and now the sentinels are after you and you just want to get to safety. What do? I'm glad you asked. You call in the Anomaly, of course. And once you fly in, this will allow you to escape any sentinel threat. Then, as soon as you fly back out, they will be gone, allowing you to continue to explore in peace. Next, a fast way to earn money, especially early on, is when you find a crashed ship. Simply repair the launch thrusters and the pulse engine. Then you can fly it to the space station and scrap it, and you'll receive material that you can sell for a lot of units. And the last tip, if you're looking for nanites, remember to upload your discoveries to receive nanites. Even a small amount of discoveries over time can add up to make a difference. And if you discover everything on a planet, or all of the animals for instance, you'll get a pretty substantial nanite bonus for uploading, which is helpful whether you are just starting out or whether or not you've been playing for a while. Comment down below with your favorite No Man's Sky tip from the video and any additional tips that you may have learned while playing. Thank y'all so much for watching, and y'all have a good one.